Pulling weeds. Pulling weeds from a garden. What does that do for you? Well, pulling weeds from a garden allows the plants that you want to be in your garden to grow better, to have more resources, to thrive, right? And not be taken over by weeds that you cannot eat, or weeds that, you know, are just useless for you, right? Weeds, for the most part, and that's why we call them weeds, and there's a wide variety of plants. The weeds are invasive. They take up the resources. They drown out and smother the plants that you want to be there. And that's why you weed. That's why you get them out. And you get them gone. You get them out of there. Right? Otherwise, your garden suffers. Otherwise, your garden becomes useless. And you put a lot of work, a lot of effort into your garden. You put it in there so that you can eat. Get out, bug. And bug's trying to get in my nose. But if you're weeding your garden, you're removing the things that you don't want in your garden, right? Like, I want this and I want that, a couple of these other little things in there, but I don't want, the grass, the weeds. So I'll go in here and I'll pull them up, and I'll leave the things that I do want, right? Well, you gotta stay with it. You can't allow the weeds to overtake it. If you allow the weeds to overtake it, then it becomes, like a big mess, like my other garden. My other garden, is a huge mess. Nothing that I planted in there survived because the Johnson grass just took over. And you don't ever want, the weeds to just totally take over. Because the weeds are, it's kind of an odd way of thinking. You think of the weeds as being invasive, but in reality, your garden is invasive because this is natural environment for the weeds, right? Well, so, but still, it's good to get the weeds out. The weeds will grow perfectly fine here without your help, but your vegetables need your help. Get bug. The vegetables, your